Hey guys, Spencer at Z1. Today we're taking a look at our newest upgrade, the R Pro Differential. This fits all manual class R200s that you're going to find in the 350Z, 370Z, G35, G37, and a handful of others. You'll find appropriate listings on the site that offer these individually, or we've got a handful of packages available that get you there whether you want to build it on your own or have us build it for you. Let's get into the details of what makes the R Pro my favorite of our differential line. So many of you know, you're driving a sports car, you're looking to have grip on the vehicle, especially on the rear, that can help make the vehicle perform better on entry for a corner, through a corner, and at exit. Sometimes in the instance we find ourselves in an oversteer scenario, we want to have confidence to keep good lockup on the tires and have control so we can drive ourselves intentionally or unintentionally out of any trouble we may be in. And the R Pro really does that very well. There are a lot of range and clutch type differentials on the market, and the characteristics that are most notably known for these is that they come preloaded with a clutch pack. So in ours, we do share a common place with that. We use a 20 set of discs. We have kind of a hybrid style. We only slot one side of the disc face, the interior side, so that's working against the smoother side. What that leads to in low load scenarios is when you're driving the vehicle around, the diff is smoother, it's quieter, it doesn't have as much axle bind when the load on the diff is light. So when you're riding around a parking lot, it's less prone to pop and hop like many heavily preloaded clutch type differentials on the market. When you apply power in this differential, it's gonna provide a ton of preload on the diff. Same thing for decel when you're engine braking, that where you get the lockup rate that you want. So it will be there for you, very trusted, very confidence inspiring, kind of without the compromise on the day-to-day drivability. So if you've got a vehicle that you're maybe driving hybrid, or you're driving track only, but in maybe low surface grip scenarios like rain, a very tight diff was a little uncomfortable for you if you're trying to go faster, not while drifting, but maybe in a grip scenario. This is a really well-suited differential. Works great on street tires, up to our compound tires. We're running this in a number of our cars, and I can tell you that whether you're on the street or being at the track, it's really a pleasure to drive. One of the standout traits in this compared to some of the other mechanical clutch type differentials I can tell you is that the set of pins on the cross block internal to the diff that's connected to basically our hub inside, that's tied into a relationship on the flank drives, which are hooked up to your axles. So the part that's providing the 1.5 way diff ratio, you get 1x the load when you're under power, half the load under decel. That relationship or tolerance between the housing and that pin is very close. It's really well matched. So when you transition on a vehicle from A-cell to D-cell or vice versa, the latency between the tire's behavior to grip is minimized. It's very minimal. It's not a sensation where you are lifting off and you're waiting on the clutch to activate from A-cell to D-cell. It's much more precise. So if you're on track or you're chasing that favorite corner on your back road and you're looking to maybe change an input on the vehicle, you're gonna lift off throttle to shift the weight and you want some bite to get the vehicle to turn in quicker, the R Pro is a really great example. Through the corner, it's got great grip, and then on the way out, you can get on power earlier, you're gonna find that your grip level is better. We've had the S Pro for a number of years now. It's our helical design. Very quiet, silence, abnormal to have any noise out of these differentials. These use a bias ratio with a gear set design, and they're much more consistent like a factory viscous or open, but when they get into a far deviation in grip between the left and right tire, they can send that power to the unloaded or the very slick tire. So if you get on ice, coolant on track, you lift a tire, it's not gonna perform as well as the clutch type differential. So this is a really exceptional street, good for some tracking or canyon carving. She'll never know that you've installed it. This one, she's gonna have to know a lot to know that you've installed it. This is really well under the radar for most clutch types, and you can fine tune it a bit without having to take it apart. You can change up the friction modifier in the diff, you can change your diff oil, and we've got kits for all those packages. All right guys, so R Pro differential, grab it on your own, grab it in a kit with bearings and seals, grab it with a different set of gears. We've got everything for this manual class. So that's 353 and higher fitment on the ratio. We've got 369 available, 39, 409, and the 353, I believe. These are really great and suited for daily drivers. Even if you wanted to maybe make a modification on one of your autos, you can call and talk to one of our specialists about what's the appropriate fit and gear set for your use case. They can set you up with whatever's needed. We can set you up with a fully built diff if you want us to put it together. We can set you up with all the parts or just independent components if you want to DIY it. We've got all the favorite brands and quality parts for the aftermarket on fluids and maintenance. We've got other diff supporting upgrades like covers, bushings, braces, coolers, everything you need to take your vehicle to the next level. So you're looking to upgrade, what's going on out back in your ZG? Just check out the site or give us a call.